Hi friends, and welcome to the build that would forever change the way I build boats. Yes, this was the first build. The grandfather of all of the builds on this channel is in this video. I found a bunch of footage. A lot of you have asked about this sailboat to skiff conversion, so here you go. I hope you enjoy it. Without further ado, let's get this started. So before we begin the journey that would totally inspire this build, it's important to start the story with what boat I'm on. So this starts as a 25-foot MacGregor. This boat is known for being a functional day sailor with plenty of room to sleep inside for a couple people. It's got a swinging keel, so this enables this boat to go really shallow and makes it a prime candidate for Bahamas exploration. Something else you'll notice is the pop top. This is really especially nice because not only does it help cool the cabin, but for me, being tall, it gives plenty of headroom. So after a couple weeks of preparation, I'm ready for the maiden voyage. I depart Florida. At this point, I have the entire sailing rig still up, but as you can see in the photo, it goes downhill fast, so I end up dropping the mast and now continuing my journey without a mast and all the sailing rigging, which really cleaned up the boat and allowed me to move around the deck pretty openly. So I started island hopping. Here I'm in North Eleuthera, Spanish Wells, and just really enjoying exploring on this boat. This is the island of Current, which nobody really lives on, but an amazing spot. There's a really cool, if you look up Current Cut, you'll see some amazing things, and it's just a straight down cut that, boy, the current rips. Absolutely beautiful. So I continue exploring, and as I'm spending more and more time on this boat, I'm really dialing in what I need on this trip. Things that I would change, things that I would modify, what would work best for me. Towards the end of my trip, I end up meeting this amazing couple. They're on a catamaran sailboat that they have completely built from scratch. It was at this moment that I knew and was inspired that I wanted to build a boat from scratch. But the challenge was the cost of building something brand new. And then all of a sudden it hit me. I knew it was time to now get back to Florida. I was inspired, I was motivated. And after those 3 months, I knew exactly what I wanted to build and how I was gonna do it.
Yeah.
All right. So for it's fine, it's not so fine. The anchor broke loose. There was a storm this afternoon, drifted all the way into the pier. And got busted up a little bit. The problem is we don't have a dinghy, and last time I had to wade back, and I don't really feel like getting in this beautifully clean, mucky ass, dirty water. So we're gonna do a little rig. This is how you send your boat out and drop the anchor without getting wet. Yeah, okay, here we go. Here. I'm not much of a fisherman, but we're gonna catch something. So what we've got, cinder blocks, give a little more weight on the chain and anchor, rig. We're gonna push it out. Hopefully the cinder blocks are facing us, and then we're gonna pull on it, and that's gonna pull the chain, anchor right off the edge. I don't know, it's fine. Here we go. Set the drag on this beat. What I'm gonna do. Go, baby, go. Go. It's going. Don't want is the boat to turn. We want it to stay cinder block facing us.
funny it would be if the line breaks and the boat just drifts. There we go. Wind's coming across, catch the side of the boat. Perfect, look at that. Here we go. The moment of truth! Oh shit. Yes! Sweet as that. Work. Jesus. Just pull the boat back. There he goes.
Oh.
This was my first wild and crazy build, and really the build that would forever shape this channel and all of my future builds. So we pulled its fine out of the water, threw it in the front yard, and started cutting away. Here you can see Chelsea had just finished cutting a bunch of the interior pieces. I then proceeded to cut the center out of the boat and now bring it together and make it a narrow skiff. So over the next week and a half, we had pretty much finished a majority of the glasswork to get this boat in the water and see how it floated. You know, in past videos, I say all the time that this is the moment where you really start to see everything come together. And well, look at the old water line here, how high it was. So we already knew how skinny this boat was gonna float, especially after cutting the sides down. But this was just next level. I mean, look at the transom. The bottom of the transom is not even in the water. And this is actually how this boat remained even after it was built. So over the next week and a half, Chelsea and I finished all of the sanding, the remaining glass work, gave its fine a fresh new paint job, and it was now time for its fine's maiden voyage to the Bahamas. So now I'm arriving to Eleuthera, Bahamas, the very southern point. So for this first trip, Chelsea, our friends Paulo, Nikki, and Dante are meeting us, and we are about to spend the next several days doing what this boat was built to do, and that is to free dive, to spearfish, to explore. As you can see here in the video, we are fully loaded down, all of us, all of our gear, and this boat just doesn't skip a beat. The beauty of a displacement hull like this, although this is kind of a semi-displacement hull, this boat does not lose any speed. So this is a clip from Dante's YouTube channel called Dante Swims with Sharks. And for the next little montage, I'm just gonna let you see what he recorded and documented. This is just absolutely so much fun and what this boat was built to do. after our incredible trip, it's now time for me to depart south of Eleuthera. And now I'm gonna really do some exploring. A majority of this trip, or the remainder of this trip, is gonna be solo. Chelsea joins me for some of it, but I'm really just enjoying what this boat can do. The fuel economy was absolutely out of this world. I'd get 11, 12 miles per gallon, cakewalk. So I continued exploring, finding remote small islands, camping on the boat, fishing, and just really, really dialing it in. Here you can see how the motor rides and just how minimal the wake is behind the boat. This boat is so efficient. And this water, absolutely beautiful. So after over 1,000 miles of exploring, I started to make my way back to Florida. Hurricane season was coming upon us, and little did we know that the most powerful hurricane ever to hit the Bahamas was making its way straight for East End, Grand Bahama, and the Abacos. So after Hurricane Dorian devastated the Bahamas, Chelsea, our friend Ryan from Seatow, and our friends Annie and Tristan, we started a boat relief campaign where we fixed up little skiffs and towed them over to the Bahamas to donate to Bahamian fishers who lost everything after the storm. Here you can see It's Fine and another little skiff that we fixed up, getting ready to start a new life in the Bahamas, to be used for fishing, to provide fish, and help Bahamians get back on their feet. This is an effort that still continues today. You've seen in past videos that I still fix up skiffs and still donate them to Bahamian fishers who are continuing to try to rebuild. So if you'd like to support these fishers and support the channel, by hitting subscribe, it goes way farther than you actually know. Well, friends, I want to thank you for watching this video. Thank you for joining along for the ride. I hope you enjoyed this. You know, I tried to put this together with as few clips as possible, but this was one that I really wanted to share for a long time. So thank you for all your comments, your likes, your subscriptions. You guys know that I do these videos for you. So thank you. And until next time, I'll see you guys soon.